What's up, YouTube? This is Gerard with Kingdom Image Fitness, and it is time for my monthly weigh-in. But before I get into that, I just wanted to give you all a little update on where I've been and some of the things that have been going on in my life lately. So as many of you all already know, we were moving the first 2 weeks of this month. Now, we decided to try to move a little bit early to make things a little bit easier and make things run a little smoother. So that actually means that we moved ahead of time before our old lease expired into our new home. So of course we thought that things were going to go super smooth by us doing this, but actually things ended up going the exact opposite. Now, from the beginning of us starting to move into our new home, it kind of seemed like the movie The Money Pit. It started off with simple things that I could probably fix myself, like wobbly toilet seats or doorknobs coming off in your hand. And I wasn't really worried about this. We were more focused on trying to get everything moved in. Then I would make a detailed list and we'll go through and fix the things that the landlord wouldn't fix. So then we found out 2 days before the Super Bowl that out of everyone who has probably stayed here before us, no one had cable or phone service. So that means in order for us to get service in our new home, they were going to have to dig up the yards of 2 of our neighbors in order to get the line to our house. The very next day, we had to end up calling the natural gas company because all of a sudden we were getting a smell of gas coming from the house. So they told us to evacuate the premises and to wait until they got there so that they could test everything out. So they get here and the guy from the natural gas company says that he smells gas, but nothing is registering in his device. So we come to find out that the actual smell is coming from the washing machine. Now, this is a washing machine that was already on the property and it is not ours. So that means we can't move it from the property and bring our own washing machine in, which we had to put in storage. So we had to wait for the landlord to decide what they were going to do, whether they were going to fix it or not. Comes to find out that the smell was coming from the transmission going out in the washing machine, and until they finally decided to fix it, which was a week later, all of our clothes and everything else that we washed had the smell of gas. So 2 days after this, the dishwasher began pooling water in the bottom of it, and it actually started running and leaking from under the sink. So we had to call the property management group again, and come to find out that the motor was blown in the washing machine due to the pooling water, but actually the main issue was that there was a light switch turned off. Yes, the dishwasher is hooked to a light switch, and that was the main problem the whole time. All that the repairman came and did after he changed the motor and drained all of the water from out of the sink and the dishwasher was flip the light switch on, and the dishwasher worked perfectly. So these are just a few of the things that happened to us during the first week of our move. Mind you, this is the first week of my lean bulk, so I am already having to deal with the stress of working all day long and then having to move everything at night. And we didn't have much help since everyone else's schedule was kind of tight, so it was just my wife and I. So it was a lot of stress, of course, but we were able to get it done, and we were able to be rescued by some help on that following weekend. So the remainder of the heavy stuff, my family helped us move over, so we were thinking that now is the time we can finally start to enjoy our new home. Now, for this first week, I didn't have much time on my hands, so I didn't work out the way that I wanted to. I wasn't able to make it to the gym, even though I had signed up for my membership the week before. So I wasn't working out the way that I wanted to, but I had the thought in mind that it's only a couple days, so I won't worry about it that much. I'll get back on track the next week and I'll go full force. Now, as far as my eating during the day for this first week, my eating was on track, but as far as the nights went, it was a lot easier for us to just pick up something to eat after working all day and moving all night. Now, of course, this isn't something that I am proud of, and I know that I should have stuck to my plan, but this channel is all about transparency. I want to try my best to take you all through all of the ups and downs that I'm going through on this journey. So the first week is out of the way, and now we are into the second week of February. This is the first week after we have all of the heavy stuff moved in from the prior weekend. So we're thinking that everything is about to start running smoothly. So we did a huge meal prep to get prepared for getting back on track for the next week. So we put everything in the refrigerator, and then we wake up the next day, open up the refrigerator, and everything is completely warm. Yes, we had to throw out over $200 worth of food because our refrigerator went out. So we put the repair order in, and of course, first they want to come out and try to fix it. So they sent out a repairman 3 different times to try to fix it, until I finally kept on them enough and we ended up getting a new refrigerator. Now keep in mind, this was 3 days after the refrigerator went out, and it is kind of hard to stick to a certain meal plan when you don't have a refrigerator. Now on the exact same day that the refrigerator is being delivered, I get an email from my accountant, and she lets me know that due to an accounting error, over $4,000 has mistakenly been withdrawn from my business account and sent to the IRS. Now what that means is this is something that cannot be fixed until the next month of March, and also it basically freezes our bank account while it is being fixed, which means that we will not be able to pay ourselves next month. Now I have never been one to throw a pity party or to feel bad for myself, because I know that there are a lot of people who are going through a lot of worse things than I've ever seen in my life. There are people out there who've had to bury their children, or some people that didn't even wake up this morning. And I'm grateful and thankful for all the blessings that I have in my life. I am usually good with the normal day-to-day stresses that go on in life, the usual regular stuff. I usually handle that very well. It doesn't knock me off my pivot foot at all, and I just keep pushing forward. But one thing I can say about myself is that when I am extremely stressed out and there are a lot of things going on at the same time, especially if they're major things or in the situations where I'm sick and under the weather, I find it very hard for me to eat chicken and broccoli. So I guess you can call me an emotional eater, because I resort to the comfort of eating during these hard times. And that is exactly what I did the second week of this month. So the second week, while all of this stuff was going on, I was not following a meal plan at all. Now it would be easy for me to say, we didn't have a refrigerator, so there was no way that I could eat healthy, but I could have made a lot healthier choices than I did. I was eating McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King, and I was eating everything you could think of because I was so stressed out. Now, I'm not saying that that makes it right, and I know that that's a flaw and something that I have to deal with as far as controlling my flesh, but I want to be open and honest with you all, because it may help someone who deals with stress the same way that I do at times. But regardless of all the things that have been going on since the beginning of this month, what I did was I allowed it to knock me down. So what started off as just one day ended up being 2 weeks of me slipping back into my old lifestyle due to the constant barrage of negative events in my life and the way that I was choosing to handle it. And then I realized that this is one of the main reasons why I started this channel. Of course, I wanted to show my progress and to show others that they can do it, but looking at my before and after pictures, it would be easy to think that I just have an awesome metabolism, or I have great genetics, or I'm just one of those people that went one whole year without eating any sweets or anything like that. And I am far from that. I am just a normal person who decided to take back control of their life, but from time to time have slip-ups. And the main thing is that you are bent at times by the winds of life, but that doesn't mean that you have to be broken. So yes, I am just like most of you all out there, and when life gets tough sometimes, I may not handle stress in the most appropriate way. And as many of you may know, that can sometimes lead to binge eating or other unhealthy choices. So of course, everyone knows that I cannot get those 2 weeks back, but what I decided to do at the end of February, I decided that for those last 2 weeks, I would get back on my grind. So what I did was I got back on my meal plan and back to working out the way that I was doing previously. So what I decided to do, instead of cutting again and trying to get my weight down, I just brought my calories back to maintenance, and I'm going to stay there through the remainder of February. So on to the weigh-in. As you can see here, I weighed in this morning at 165.2 pounds. Now that is a 3-pound gain from my prior weigh-in of 162.2 pounds. Now, of course, this means that I am over my 2-pound-a-month goal, and to be honest, with all of the junk food and things that I ate during these first 2 weeks of this month, I'm just glad that it isn't a lot more than that. Now, my measurements stayed pretty much the same from last month, except for a slight gain in my waist as well as a gain in my arms. Now, as I said earlier, instead of going back into another cut, I just went back to my maintenance calories for the last 2 weeks of this month, which is a little over 2,400 calories a day. So now that I'm back into the swing of things as far as working out, I will be slowly raising my calories throughout my slow bulk to achieve the desired weight gain. Here's what my current week's meal plan and macros look like, which I will share with you guys on every monthly weigh-in. I will also have some workout footage included with next month's weigh-in to kind of give you guys an idea of the things that I'm doing throughout the month. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and thank you all for your continued support from the bottom of my heart. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember that although we may bend from the winds of life from time to time, the important thing is to never allow it to break you. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.